At the beginning, I definitely drank, not like excessively, but every social event, you're trying to fill a void. You're trying to be like, well, these guys aren't here, so I have to make it fun somehow. So my name's Karrie Thomson. I'm a teacher in Milton, Ontario. I love everything outdoors, anything that's outside, being active, being with my friends and family. I'd say I'm a pretty outgoing, fun-loving kind of person. So we were at a friend's cottage, and it was Norwich time, so we were snowmobiling. We were gonna go from one cottage to another cottage, and we were all heading to my cottage. There was about 5 or 6 of us coming there. And 4 of us showed up to my cottage, and 2 of them were not with us. And we thought this was really strange, so we went to somebody else's house to see if we could find them. And when we went to the other cottage to see if we could find them, they were not there. So automatically you think something's wrong. I mean, there's a risk when you're snowmobiling, especially when you're snowmobiling on a lake. So then we saw some tracks and we shone our lights, and one of the girls went up there, and she saw one of the guys, and he was lying on the ground, and the snowmobile was at a different spot. And then another guy was there as well, and he was at a different location because they'd hit an island. So the one hit an island, hit a tree, and then fell back and broke his neck. And then the other one held onto the snowmobile and flew with the snowmobile.
Wait, so what was his name?
Greer.
And what was he like?
Really funny, really hardworking, really loyal to those that he liked, loved the outdoors, loved cottaging, hunting, fishing, snowmobiling, had a need for speed, like a lot of boys do, I guess. Yeah, just a really great person.
My name is Beth Perozic, and I'm a practicing intuitive therapist. An intuitive therapist is someone who has a super strong sense of intuition. That might seem obvious, but super strong sense of intuition, so much so that the vibrational energy of the being myself, changes to such a high vibration that we can communicate with non-physical energy. So the first thing I do is ask them, what are you here to talk about today? They give me what I call their Christmas wish list of what it is that they're here to talk about. And what I do then is I change the vibration of myself to a super, super high state. And it doesn't look very odd. People, I think, expect it to look very, very odd, but it doesn't. I kind of clear my throat, and that gives them the non-physical energies the cue that it's time for them to come through me. Most popular, it would be the ones someone who's had a loved one who very recently departed. And so people in general they're afraid of death, of course. They're concerned about what happens to their loved ones when their loved ones aren't here any longer. So they come to get some solace, basically. They come to get some peace of mind, and they come to get some solace. It doesn't need to be that really out there woo-hoo kind of stuff any longer. I would say 15 years ago when I started my practice, it was a little iffy, but more and more people are open to this type of therapy. It's almost a form of life coaching. I don't care for the word life coach so much. I like the word therapy instead, but it is a form of that.
My name's Tammy Taylor, and I am a psychic medium, which means that I connect to spirit, I can read energy, I do some energy healing, and I help people bring through closure, help heal whatever issues are going on, or help bring in guidance as well. Just being in that energy, just sitting in that energy, it's incredibly healing. A lot of clients are really surprised at the end of a reading. There's a lot of, how did you know that? That's, nobody could possibly know that information. Or all of a sudden something makes sense. Oh, I get it. And everything suddenly falls into place. Again, like I said, it's not my job to prove anything. Clients can accept the information, not accept it. They can do whatever they want with it. They don't have to tell anybody about it. And I understand that. I understand going to psychic, and that's why I say privacy and confidentiality is very, very important, because people don't want it known. There is still a stigma associated with this work.
Right after the accident, they would have said I was almost like a ghost. I was just like blank. I think they would describe me as being blank and lost and broken and hurt and sad. They would describe me as probably a lost puppy dog. Yeah, just broken, probably. They don't know what to say to you. People never know what to say when you've gone through something so traumatic. No one will ever try to understand. I think the worst thing that people can say to you when you've gone through a loss like that is, they're in a better place, or everything happens for a reason, and that doesn't make sense. So when you're going through a loss like this, it doesn't make sense to have people say that. Tammy does a few things. She does a past life reading, a medium. I think she might even do future stuff. And I thought, it'd be cool just to kind of see what's going on. And I said, yeah, I'd like to do that. Maybe I'll go with you one day. And then we kind of brushed it off. And then after the accident, I thought, I have to go. She starts off by, I don't know if it would be considered a prayer or an opening or something, just saying like, let's open our hearts, essentially our souls, open the room to allow the spirits to come visit us. You're on cloud 9 is the highest that I have been, since the accident, when I was with Tammy for the first time during that time. Because she's giving you, tips on how to connect with them. I think it's really healthy to hit rock bottom. And it's really healthy to know that you can get up from rock bottom. So I think having that high means that you can have that high again. And having that low means that you can work up from that.
When you see how positive it is and how much it can change people's lives, and what a beautiful experience it can be. Mm-hmm. And just to allow, to be of service to the clients, to be of service to spirit. It really is magical, and it's powerful, and it's wonderful. And when I hear stories like yours, and when I can bring you and your loved ones together, it's the greatest feeling in the world. Mm-hmm. I would love to see this work, and I think it's moving in this direction. I would love to see it being more respected. I would love to see people feeling more open about coming to see a psychic. And having said that too, in an ideal world, we also have our part to play in this. We need to have strong validations. We need to, again, be the best we can be at this work, presenting it in the most positive way. If you have all these psychics and their mediums that really know what they're doing, where it's being presented in a positive way, where they're doing beautiful, powerful, profound healings, where clients can come in and there's not that stigma associated to it. And again, it's changing. It really is. It really is. Now there's more that sense of excitement. I saw a medium, and I got this information, and they're telling all their friends. And
I'm devastated still. They're gone, and they're never coming back. And that part is absolutely devastating. But if you have to find a silver lining in all of this, it's the fact that they're still around. Their presence is continually around. And that's what's amazing. When I was traveling, I obviously took hundreds of planes. And 2 or 3 times on one of the flights, the whole plane was booked, and my seat and the 2 seats beside me were completely empty. And people were like, how did you luck out? And in my head, I'm like, well, I'm not by myself. Like, I know that the boys are here. So it's things like that you're okay with now believing, because you've gone to see a medium who's given you trust in the fact that the energies are existing. Just reiterating, that yes, they did love, like the one loved you for sure. And that the one Jeff, his girlfriend, they'd been together for 7 years. So that, he's spending a lot of time with his people, like his mom, his dad, his girlfriend, making sure that they're okay. and that career was spending a lot of time around like myself and some of his family and some of his other really close friends, and that's really nice to know that they're still looking out for us down here, and that they're not happy to be there, but they're okay.